aspects which are going ahead and actually creating, a sense of insecurity for people like ourselves. My mother was along over here with me. It was her because she could actually re-see 90s happening because nothing is clear why exactly these people are being killed. That's not been talked about. So all these things are creating too much of ambiguity on the entire situation at this point in time. So to make sure that, we guys don't become, again, a target, the idea is to actually move out of this place right now.
So, sir, what do you plan to do from here on? Because there might be, you're having thoughts there as to there is a lot of fear now amongst the people there. Have you been talking to other people as well? What is happening? What are you talking about? What are the thoughts that you share?
Look, as far as the local population is concerned, even they are in a lot of ambiguity. They also don't know what exactly is happening. They're also in fear. For us, reliving this particular moment makes us all the more scared about the fact that we don't want to relive it. So that's why we are trying to run away. But there are locals who don't have an option of running away or going anywhere else. So they're just sticking back at their homes and not moving out of their homes. So that is the kind of fear factor which has actually grabbed up as far as Kashmir is concerned right now. So all these things combining together, I'm still wondering that what exactly are we doing as an administration or as a government so as to make sure that, people like myself and people like the locals who are living in Kashmir have that sense of security and can actually move out and roam around without any fear.
Right. So, sir, in the last 2 years, especially after the abrogation of Article 370, do you believe that situation on the ground has changed drastically because a lot is being done, especially to build those confidence-building measures and especially for the locals there, sir? But if few incidents like these happen, sir, do you believe that the situation will go out of control, or do you still have the faith and the confidence that you will want to still continue here and live as your right as a true Kashmiri?
Look, as far as the confidence of living in Kashmir is concerned, that has always been there. That is one of the reasons why I've been living over here for past so many years. It's been 12 years ever since I shifted back to Kashmir. And the confidence has not got shaken off. It's only the situation which has created the ambiguity right now. Yeah, the confidence in living in Kashmir is there, will be there, and will always remain there because that is where we belong to, and that is where we come from, right? And it's just the situation right now, and especially this divide which is being induced at this point in time, I would say.
So, sir, what are you seeking from the administration now? Because we've been hearing to all of those families, who were hounded out from Kashmir. It's been decades now, and they're waiting to go back home, sir. But the current scenario and the current situation that prevails is not a very positive sign to actually come back. So what do you have to say to them and to the administration?
Ma'am, it all boils down to the administration because it's the administration who has been going ahead and telling us, rather everyone, be it the locals of Kashmir or be it the Kashmiri Pandits who were a part of the exodus. It is administration who's going to go ahead and actually provide them with some kind of security. But where exactly is the security on ground? Where exactly is that sense of security? And that sense of security doesn't mean waving guns around and being around with the security forces. It doesn't mean that we require each and every Kashmiri Pandit requires a PSO to freely roam in Kashmir. It's not something which we're looking out for, and it has not been the case for so many years. Then why now? So I think somewhere, as an administration, somewhere they're falling short. Somewhere there is some kind of miscommunication, or there's no action. Inaction has been happening. That is how I would look at it. For that matter, I have my own personal piece of land happening back in Kashmir. But again, it's too unfortunate that it's just too unfortunate that it's not been looked over properly, and falsification of the entire situation is being shown across. We have been living in in harmony in Kashmir, then why such situations now? For past so many years, we have been, I personally, I would say, I live in Lal Chowk, and the sense of security which I have in Lal Chowk, otherwise the way Lal Chowk has been talked about in news channels, in the media, is always on the negatives of it. But I, as a Kashmiri Pandit, have been living in Lal Chowk with an immense sense of security, just because of the people around, just because of the comfort which I ended up getting by living over there. So I would say that, the administration need to look at those aspects as well and make sure that, such fabric of living over there doesn't get impacted.
Well, you are right there to put your concerns across there. Mr. Dushan Bhatt, thank you very much for taking out your time and speaking to us here on the channel there, and rather for speaking your heart out. Because this is what we believe, what's been happening there on the ground. We're looking at multiple protests also taking place on part of the minority community there, because they are now seeking security. They are seeking that assurance that they are the ones who need to be protected, because they have a right to stay there. And that has been happening because of these targeted killings, because of these few cowards who come out and they are targeting civilians there. But the administration has assured that they will be brought to justice. Thank you very much, Mr. Bhatt, for speaking to us.